Hey everybody, it's Mrs. Cubbage. Thank you so much for joining me today. Oh my goodness, can you believe that it is the end of November already? And happy belated Thanksgiving to you. Thanksgiving was yesterday. Oh my goodness, did you eat too much? You probably ate too much. Well, I certainly hope that you are ready for this episode. Because you know what? I was thinking about the fact that yesterday, everybody probably ate a little bit too much. You might not be in the mood for cooking per se, right? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But in anticipation of that, I was thinking we should probably start getting ready, if you haven't already, for the December holidays. So instead of cooking something today, I decided to make one of my handicrafts. Yes, I did. And actually, in my book, here we go. We've got Celebrate the Holidays with Mrs. Cubbage. That's right, by me, Bobby Cubbage. Right here, you can find all kinds of different handicrafts. Recipes are in here also. So I decided to kind of thumb through my book here, and I thought that instead of cooking, because I figured everybody's probably a little bit too full right now, probably a little bit too full. So I thought we could make a handicraft. So this is what I decided to do. We are going to make, now you're going to have to make the majority of it on your own because it's going to take a couple of hours. So I'm not going to hold you up for a couple of hours to finish this. But I have, and it actually looks like a wheel, but it's actually a wreath form. You could get this really at any craft supply store, and you can also get them at the dollar stores. That is correct. Though, didn't you hear that the dollar stores aren't going to be $1? Not everything is going to be $1 anymore. That's okay. That's all right, because those will probably always be $1. And you're going to need some type of holiday ribbon. And this too can be purchased at a craft store, of course, or also at the dollar store. Yes, you can find several of these things at the dollar store. Now, you can also get some tulle. You get some tulle, and all you need are just those things. And of course, some handy scissors. I love these scissors. You need some handy scissors. Now, what I did is I've already prepped my wreath. Okay, I already prepped my wreath, and I already started making one just so you could kind of see it come into form. Now, what I'm going to tell you is that this wreath craft is very easy to do. However, because of the size, and you don't have to get you don't have to get a wreath form quite so big. You don't quite have to get it that big. You could get one of the smaller ones if you like. However, I do often like to create these different wreaths for Christmas gifts, holiday gifts, things of that nature. So I kind of like it to be nice and big and full. But if you're just doing one for yourself, or you just want to practice, you could try to maybe get one probably like about a 6-inch, maybe an 8-inch one. So it doesn't have to be so huge, and it doesn't have to be so time consuming. One this size, depending on how much time you actually have to just sit. And actually, you probably could do this while just sitting and watching TV, or just if you're bored at home, which you're probably not bored at home because there's always something to do when you're at home. But it will take a couple of hours, because even though it's very easy to do, like I said, it is time consuming. So I'm going to show you a very simple wreath and a way to attach the ribbon, and we are going to do that now. So you see I have this ribbon here, and you see that it's kind of a thick ribbon. But this particular wreath that I already began working on, I decided to cut the ribbon in half, as you can see, right? You can see that? So I cut my ribbon in half, and these are about maybe 6.5 inches, I would say, pieces that I cut it into. So I'm going to bring this down a little bit for you so you can see. And I've already started. Already started here. So this is what we're going to do. Okay. Okay, this is, I'll bring it back a little bit. Bring it back a little bit. There we go. So all you are going to do, this is all you're going to do. You're going to take the wreath form. You're going to weave the ribbon just in between one of the wreath form parts. I guess that's the best way to say it. Okay. And all you're going to do is just tie it. That's it. And you're just going to tie it into a nice tight knot, and then you're going to slide it into position. So as you can see, that's what I did. Now, believe it or not, this area right here took maybe about an hour. I would say about an hour, because you are just, cutting the pieces, and you are just tying these pieces on. And as you can see, when it gets all finished, it's going to be completely full. And if I think about it, on my next video, by the time I bring out my next video, this will be finished. And if I think about it, I will show you what it looks like when it's all done. So see, it's just very simple. Very simple. And just push it in. You see? Actually, this might be a little bit easier for me to show you. You could probably see it a little better this way. And you just tie it. Yeah, very, very simple. Thank goodness, huh? Now you have to also be very careful not to tie the pieces or not to cut the pieces, I should say, not to cut the pieces too short, because then sometimes it's too hard to tie them onto the wreath form, and sometimes it might also be a little more difficult to try to hide those smaller pieces. I've done that before. It can be done, but you don't really want to do that. So do your best to try to cut the pieces in about 6.5 inch pieces. You don't have to cut it in half like I did. But I wanted to kind of stretch my material out a little bit more, because when I went to the store, oh my goodness, things are already being snapped up. They have been since October. So do your best. Find the colors that you like. If you're having a hard time, like for instance, I really wanted to use this color, this particular design. However, I did find a decent amount of this while I was out there, but I'm not sure, this might not be quite enough. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I already used almost 2 on this that you just saw. So that might not quite be enough. So what you might want to do is get some other colors like this. I thought this one was actually pretty nice. And you can kind of weave it in between to kind of thicken it up. If not, of course, you don't have to get, something like that. If you can find some just plain colors, plain red, plain green, plain white, do your best if you can. I hope you can. Stuff is flying off the shelves. It has been for the past month. So do your very, very best. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed my little demonstration on my easy, nice and poofy, already getting poofy Christmas wreath. I hope that this is helpful for you in helping you get ready for the holidays. Again, like I said, you could keep this for yourself or you can gift it to somebody. People do like it whenever you do, make them things. Oftentimes, it might even cost a little bit more than if you were to go out and purchase something for them. But I think that the sentiment is genuine and it's solid. So give it a try. We'll see. You already know those people, those special people on your list that might enjoy it. So give it a try. I hope it works. It will work. It will. Have a great day. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you again soon. Thank you. Bye.